That was a threat, what you said at the end, and so the officers are going to escort you out and take care of that.
Take care of that. Take care of that. Take care of that. By the way,
AKA 16 felonies is being held on $1 million
felonies.
$1 million bail.
Ruslan.
The level at which people have began to exhibit their support for Hamas, their support against the Zionism boogeyman, has reached an all-time high, and it is everywhere. Today, at the time of this recording, they decided to stage a worldwide protest where they blocked locations like the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, the entrance to the O'Hare Airport in Chicago, and one of their own also got arrested in Bakersfield for terroristic threats against someone that serves in city council. Now, listen, I don't want innocents to have to suffer in war. I don't think anyone wants that. However, I don't understand how they believe this is a reasonable way to persuade anybody to your side. You're just being annoying.
Yeah. You're
just being radical. And by the way, all these people that we're about to look at here in a second, all look like mommy and daddy pay their rent. Okay? Because they got all this time in the world to be out in the middle of the afternoon on the Golden Gate Bridge protesting for a country that would probably have them hung. Okay? If they were actually there, if they were actually in Gaza. So they stopped traffic.
NBC Bay Area Sky Ranger overhead.
This doesn't persuade anybody.
At a standstill for hours.
I don't care if you're an environmentalist. This is not the way to get your message out. You're just irritating people. You're just pissing people off. All these people are going to be more hostile towards your cause.
It's these ones right here.
Look at all these people. You think they're going to be like, oh man, I really hope we get a ceasefire in Gaza after this. No, they're going to be more mad. Because you're a terrible representation of the cause. Look at what's going on.
That's awful.
Look at what's going on.
Oh my goodness! Look at that.
It just goes for miles. This goes and goes and goes.
It's a beautiful drive, though.
I'm shocked that they're not getting arrested quicker. Like the cops are pulling up and just kind of letting them linger.
Drive at LaSalle. They marched north along LaSalle, and they have now shut down traffic in both directions here along Wacker Drive. A protester ago down near the intersection of Adams and Clark.
Don't mess around in Chicago.
Very contentious between hundreds of demonstrators.
Someone said they
Chicago
can't be arrested in San
police
Francisco.
Tried to block them in on Adams. But along one full city block, things got very heated between police and the protesters. There were several people taken into custody. Our cameras saw at least 2 people taken into police custody. Now, this is what we heard from protesters while we tried to speak to them about what has motivated them to come out in the streets for this cause.
Everybody deserves freedom. Everybody deserves food, water, basic necessities.
Terrible the way the cops are blocking us off from marching. We haven't had this issue before. We're out here every weekend. This is the first time they've reacted like this.
Another road blockage right there.
You heard from that demonstrator. They said they have not had this relationship with police as people have been.
This complete and utter lunatic that is probably going to jail for a very, very long time because of the nonsense she's spewing at City Hall. Check this out.
You guys want to criminalize us with metal detectors? We'll see you at your house. We'll murder you.
Oh, okay, so look at her.
A deputy public defender.
She's done.
She's crying. She's like, oh, I forgot that you can't tell people you're going to
You can't say that sort of stuff. I don't care what the cause is.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so she said that at a city council meeting in Bakersfield. We're in Bakersfield. What are you doing? What does Bakersfield have to do with Gaza? Nothing. There's nothing in Bakersfield that is directly, or I would argue indirectly, connected to Gaza. What are you doing?
We're just trying to get you your gas cheaper.
Of the City Council introducing a ceasefire resolution, specifically the one United Liberation Front has drafted.
She's introducing a ceasefire resolution in Bakersfield, dog. Do you understand how any of this works? You know how long people have been trying to push forward a ceasefire? At the UN, you think you're going to fix it. I'm going to go to City Hall and I'm going to fix it. This is the brain virus. This is what I'm talking about.
I don't have faith that you'll do this. You guys are all horrible human beings, and Jesus probably would have killed you himself. And the thing is, though, it's very clear to me.
Wrong guy. You're the wrong guy.
You're talking about Muhammad.
You're talking about the other guy.
And someone who's been an organizer for the past couple of years, that none of you care because you guys don't care about anything happening in Palestine or any other country.
No, sweetheart. You don't understand. They don't. It's a thing called jurisdiction. A city council has no jurisdiction in terms of what's happening in Israel, Palestine. Their hands are tied.
I can't believe you personally nuked Gaza. That's what she thinks.
My gosh.
Occurs because you don't care about the oppression occurring here. And I understand that you guys are all horrible people, but the thing is, 2,300 people being evicted in the last year, those are votes. And you guys, those are votes to win here in Bakersfield. And while you guys parade Gandhi around as a Hindu holiday called Chaitra Navratri starts off this week, I remind you that these holidays that we practice, that other people in the global south practice, believe in violent revolution against their oppressors. And I hope one day somebody brings the guillotine and all of you. The increased criminalization for no need other than.
But did she get back up?
You don't
Yeah,
like
apparently she did.
When people come and hold you guys accountable for introducing ceasefire resolutions, because the only escalation in violence has been by you all. And so there's no need to continue. In the last 5 years I've attended city council meetings, there's never been metal detectors. There's never been more cops.
Yeah.
The only reason you're doing
Had your kids, had your wife.
Explicit.
it is because people actually don't care if you guys don't like them, and they're actually resisting, so you want to criminalize them. So regardless of whether you elect people into office, they'll backstab you, they'll let you die, and for that reason, you guys want to criminalize us with metal detectors, we'll see you at your house. We'll murder you.
Okay, so the last one we saw was sped up. Let's-
Now watch this. She gets arrested immediately. She thinks she did something.
Followed by Kev, followed by Valeria.
Ms. Patel, that was a threat, what you said at the end, and so the officers are going to escort you out and take care of that.
Take care of that. Take care of that. By the way,
AKA 16 felonies is being held on $1 million.
Felonies.
$1 million bail.
Hey, man, mess around and find out.
Wow.
Mess around and find out.
Wow. You see the cops like awkwardly as she's walking back?
Let me see.
All right, well, watch it. I'll mute this. You can see the cops kind of like, wait, should I? They're looking around. They're like, yeah, that's kind of sus.
Yeah, she said she pointed her out.
Look at,
boom.
They're walking over there like, we should probably, yeah, do you want to? And he's like, yeah, I got you.
My gosh, bro.
Like, you're done.
The brain rot. This is the brain rot.
You're going to
timeout. This is the brain rot. Yeah, and so it sucks because these people go online, they get radicalized, they think that they're actually helping, and they're not. You're just hurting yourself. You're ruining. You're throwing away your life.
You can't just tell people.
You can't say that sort of stuff.
This isn't a Call of Duty lobby.
Yeah, but,
this is not online video games, guys.
Yeah, but you will see these sorts of things increase. You will because there's a bizarre overlap of like these people with the LGBTQWXYZ, with the transformers, with the environmentalists. There's this bizarre overlap in terms of whatever things they're protesting, and I don't think they're tracking with all of this is incoherent. None of this makes sense in terms of what you're aligning yourself with, right? You can't stand with Iran right now. Like, that's an incoherent position.
Yeah.
Iranians aren't standing with Iran right now. Like, Iranians are trying to get out of Iran right now. According to the Bible, that prayer is extremely important in terms of us being transformed from the inside out when we get aligned with God's will. For the Christians watching this channel, I want you guys to implement these spiritual disciplines in your day-to-day life. And the only way I've been able to do this consistently is through writing down my prayers in a prayer journal that does a few things. One, it allows me to reflect and come to God humbly and ask Him to move on my behalf. And two, it allows me to document my prayers, which ultimately help me remember the very things that I was praying for and see the hand of God tangibly in my life when He answers them. So I would urge you, consider writing down your prayers. It could be in a blank notebook. It could even be on your phone. Or you could check out the one I personally designed and used from my own quiet time and spiritual discipline that I think will be a huge blessing. It's the exact structure and system that I've used for years to pray and be more consistent in my spiritual disciplines. You can pick yours up today by clicking the link in the pinned comment below. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.